It happens like clockwork each and every time. You know how they'll go MIA for a while, or you may have gone MIA. You may have decided that you're just going to keep your distance. But eventually, the same people, a lot of them are very narcissistic. I would rather consider them being demonic because that's really what I believe it is from a spiritual lens. They circle back around and pretend like everything's all good. They really expect you to have temporary amnesia to some extent because really they understand that they've messed up. They understand that they played in your face. Many of them did so many horrible things behind your back, but they just want to still come into your life and try to soak up all of your good energy, your love, your compassion. But see, things are different now, chosen one, children of the Most High, Jesus Christ, aka Yeshua. Things are different because whereas in the past you've overlooked these things people have done towards you, this could have been relatives, this could have been so called friends. It wasn't that you were naive, gullible, or any of that. It's just that you gave these people grace, you gave them compassion. And just because you may not have spoken up about certain things that they thought they got away with, in their warped sense of reality, they thought that they could give you some time, give you some space, allow you to go through whatever you're going through, and then just circle back around and with the expectation that you were just going to pick up where you left off. You were just going to resume with being that still loving, kind, compassionate person. There's a difference that's set in with them now because now they can sense. Many of them are sensing from afar that there's a change within you. You've done the inner work. You had to realize that by allowing these people accessibility to you, that was an aspect of your unresolved issues, childhood wounds. So you may have had a mama, you may have had a dad, a relative, a guardian that was intermittently kind to you. You know, they were nice when it was convenient to them. And so you carry that theme on even when you grew up. And so this is why people were able to play in your face for so long because there was still that little child within you that longed for someone to really be there for you, regardless of how they may have mistreated you. But now you're grown up. You may not have had a choice when you were a child of who you had to deal with, but you had to mature spiritually, emotionally, and gain the level of maturity to understand that you no longer have to play their game. And their expectation that you should be tolerant of their abuse, their actions and inactions is null and void. You no longer have to give your energy to that. And so now they're beginning to sense this, which is why you can pick up on the fact that these people are thinking about you. You can even sense that your name is trending in their circles, in their group chats. Some of these people may have become monitoring spirits in your life. What is very challenging for these people to come to terms with is that for them to have treated you this way, there are some things that they need to work on within themselves as well. But that's not your responsibility. And it's not your responsibility to hold space in your life for people that do not deserve your love, your kindness, your generosity. Things have changed with you, chosen one, child of God. You have matured enough to understand that in order to maintain this soft heart that you have, in order to maintain this loving energy you have to have high standards. You have to have strong boundaries. It doesn't mean that you have to turn into a very cold and callous person like they may have been, but it shows true strength and true character that you have, that regardless of how people may have mistreated you, regardless of how people may have taken advantage of your work that you need to do within yourself, now that you've grown, you realize that there was no losses. Everything was either a lesson or a blessing. And by you making sure that you hold true to strong boundaries, you're teaching them. Your absence has been an amazing teacher to these people. And it's also been a teacher to yourself. You've been able to course correct. You've been able to really heal within yourself. You didn't even have to receive closure from these people. And the beauty of it all is that now that you realize that allowing people an open door to come in, to leave, to treat you any type of way, that was just mirroring what it is that you survived. You're no longer just surviving now, child of God. You're thriving. This is a new season. And now people are not even sure of how to even approach you, which is why many of them, they may try to circle the block, they may try to come around because they've done this time and time again. But there's something in the spirit realm they can feel. They may not even be very connected with God per se, but they can feel like there's something just quite different now. Now you're not trying to call them, you're not emailing, you're not hitting them up on social media, none of that. You're not even alluding to them at all when it comes to your content per se. If you're posting online, they know that things are different now. And that expectation they had that you should just pick back up and treat them the same way in which you had before, they know that it's not the same. And that expectation will not be fulfilled. You're in an amazing time in your life right now, child of God. Not everybody gets to the point where they can really introspect and realize that if they want this change in the type of life they want, the relationships they want, it requires changing within themselves. You're doing the work. You've done the work. And so now a lot of greatness is beginning to happen in your life. And see, in the past, these people, they may have not been there when you needed them, but they were there when you were in a position to give to them. Many of them are beginning to see you excel in life. And they're kicking themselves because it's just like they know you're very giving, a very generous person. So they're like, dang, now this person is doing better. This person is becoming successful and I can't have a piece of it. God exposed these people at the right time. You got to be grateful for the people that have to leave your life. Not everybody is going to be able to be there with you throughout the duration of your lifelong journey. Some people are just there for seasons. But you've evolved, and it's a beautiful thing to witness. I just want to say I'm proud of you. Those of you that resonate with these messages, you're called for something greater. And you're also called to have a sense of closure for the things that you've gone through. And you've done that through letting these people go. Because in essence, that was you letting go of the traumas, of the pain and things, the resentment that you may have held from your parents not treating you good. You've done it.